everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Portland by Night. Somehow I just slipped into late night radio host voice, and that's fine. I have a piece of carrot cake floating in my whiskey. It's fun. But hey, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Portland by Night, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. We will be doing chapters 5 and 6, which typically on Tuesdays we've been doing a show where the entire one just gets smashed together and like cheaply edited for like masks, but we've been doing like weird web style for these. And I've realized the back half is much shorter when we go on break at 10, so we will probably be going on break at 9:45 to make the episodes not one is almost an hour and one is barely over a half hour. Also, we don't end up with situations where an entire episode is basically one scene with Mary. It was a good scene, though. Anyways, we are coming back to the same evening we left. We covered the beginning of the evening for the group, as well as Mary's character, who I'm forgetting your name right now. If people can update their names, that would be super helpful, or I will go.
Whitlock, Adelaide Whitlock.
Yeah, Whitlock. Thank you. We did the beginning of the evening for the rest of the group, which covered hunting and feeding. We know that Megan's character was starving and need to be fed by Melody. We know that Strawberry had to learn some feeding, but most importantly, you all, I wouldn't say wormed your way in, but through dice rolls and backgrounds, you all have established that Melody has an invite to Francesca's, a downtown invite-only adult club. Francesca did play at the very end of last session. Now, before stories converge, I do believe we also had Mustard. Ashton, I will always hate your characters' names with a passion. But I do believe Mustard was out throwing a party in Rose Square. If you're talking, you're muted. You've been muted.
It was, I don't throw parties, it was a get-together.
Yes. It was a get-together. We introduced Willard, your kind of intense fan. And Lee, you were just getting a bag of blood, correct? Because Lee's been doing well.
Yep. Just gonna throw it in the fridge.
Hunger really hasn't done much for Lee lately. So all four of you are at different locations. Yay. We will start Melody after you're set. Strawberry seems to be in a safe situation. What do you want to do?
I believe she had hunted already and she's not hungry.
Yes. You had hunted and then you slated some of the blood for, I am blanking on Megan's character's name.
Beck.
I thought it was, but I wasn't confident.
I'm at on hunger currently. Cool. So after her performance, she will just talk around, get to know people, play the Elysium host to the people she knows are kindred, and even though she's not at her own place, and just try to make acquaintances with people, get to know people, get more people on her side, basically.
All right. Yeah, you can give me a charisma plus socialize.
Socialize.
Yes.
We have persuasion.
My skill list may be wrong. Because I have socialize as a skill after persuasion.
Nope,
Maybe that's your skill
streetwise.
list. Yeah,
It is
it's
after.
before streetwise.
Socialize is not one, no.
Okay, then we'll just use persuasion. I'll figure out why
Okay.
that's.
Does negotiation count in this method?
No.
Probably not.
It does not.
And am I avoiding suspicion?
No.
Okay, cool. Then +1. Submit. Difficulty?
We will make. We're gonna make this average. It's gonna be a difficulty 3.
That is 8 successes.
My God. Okay. Criticals do happen.
I got 3 10s. So technically, if I re-roll those 2 dice, I could possibly get more. But
you do not need that.
I will point out it is messy critical.
Oh, it's a messy critical.
Yeah,
Thank
I missed that part.
Because with you guys having your sheets on roll 20, because Fantasy Grounds wanted to not work properly, that eats up internet like a son of a bitch. So Nikki is the one that will be reading dice rolls. All right, so a messy critical. Ooh, yeah. What is your compulsion? You're the only one of these players, except maybe Mary, I actually trust to ask that question and it be known.
Hold on, I have to look it up. I didn't have it written down. Compulsion. Obsession. Enraptured by beauty, the vampire becomes temporarily obsessed with a singular gorgeous thing, able to think of it nothing else. Pick one feature such as person, a song, an artwork, blood spatter, or even a sunrise. Enraptured, the vampire can hardly take their attention from it, and if spoken to, they only talk about that subject. Any other actions receive a 2 dice penalty. This compulsion lasts until they can no longer perceive the beloved object or the scene ends.
All right. Good. Since you're alone, as far as the players are concerned, or other kindred in the coterie, it does give me an idea for you to develop a stain or a masquerade breach, depending on how this happens.
No, I don't like either of those, but continue.
You're playing that night at Francesca's and going around and talking to people, and you're a kindred who's been alive for quite a while, which means you may be somewhat familiar with the fact that at this point in history, no face is truly unique. You will sometimes come across people from long past. There's a woman here who is here with another man. You don't know this man. He's not a kindred, and neither is she. But she is the spinning image of Prince Thea.
Do I know it's not her?
The logical part of your brain knows it's not her. However,
okay,
you got things messy. There will be time where there's interacting. Well, we're not done with the messiness of this critical.
Oh, great. Awesome. Wonderful.
Because again, I haven't given you this choice of a stain or a masquerade breach. You said you wanted to go. You want to socialize, even though you're trying to socialize with the kindred. You keep being drawn to this woman until you end up alone with her.
Mhm.
Now, what you and the prince are capable of doing, kindred are far more durable than humans.
Mhm.
Which means, do things go too far, but she is safe and gets away, possibly having seen things she shouldn't have seen, or you can choose that she does not get away, but that's going to hurt your soul.
I do have cloud memory.
You do.
If I snap out of it, I could erase this.
Yes. So do you want to take the gamble on that then? Like, you realize you restrain yourself, but if you don't do something quickly, there will be a masquerade breach.
I think like she gets caught up in everything,
Mhm.
and then at the last moment she realizes like this isn't who she thinks it is, and like two and two click. And she quickly just says forget as she waves her hand in front of this person's face. And as long as they've
Now,
never had it used on them before, it works.
here
Instantly.
is the rub. She is in Francesca's. She is,
Mhm.
well, the person who brought her here isn't a kindred. If that were the case, 100% you'd be making a check. There is a fair chance things have happened to her that she does not remember. So I'm going to roll one die,
Mhm.
and as long as it does not come up a 10, this will be the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
And it came up a 6.
So what do I actually do to this woman?
That is up to you. I will not take that from you. A masquerade breach can be as much as you relaxed and bared your fangs, or it can be.
Okay, so I think what may have happened is she never says prince or anything like that. She goes, would you like to come with me? And draws her to the privacy. It's like, I'm sure you're hungry. And then she tries to do the normal, and like the woman doesn't react the way she's used to Thea reacting, the prince reacting. So she's like, oh, we're playing coy. Okay. Are we playing like doing some role play? Like, is that what we're doing here? Are we getting like she's getting all caught up in
Yeah.
this? Maybe this is where I need to take the lead, and
Yeah.
starts to feed from her, even though she doesn't need to feed food.
Yes.
She does not drain more than 2. She
No.
doesn't need to slake anything, so she's not trying to actually hurt her.
That would be what would have happened if you took a stain.
I know. That's why I didn't. Though I would have been at 0 hunger for the first time
In a long time, and it would have felt so good.
it would have. But I'm already at humanity 6.
Yeah. Also, you know I will have that haunt you and follow you.
So yeah, once she snaps out of it, because as soon as she tastes the blood, because I'm sure she's had the prince's blood at least
Yes.
once over the course of X amount of years. So as soon as she tastes the blood and she realizes, oh shit, this is VtM5e, like she snaps out of it. And it suddenly realizes this is not the prince, and this is not the person that she is enraptured with, and immediately says, forget. The woman looks confused and dazed and says, you were a little drunk. Let me take you back to your table's right over there. And then she like quickly brings her back to the table and goes to find Strawberry to escort herself out. Or actually she'll leave a note at the front for
I
Strawberry
will
to
say, know are words you're going to start hating hear me say. We'll have you make a composure plus empathy check and only a difficulty 2.
Insight with
I
the
must have the 4E rules.
you have a V20 one, I
I
believe.
might have the wrong skill list down. But yeah,
Empathy
insight
is an
will-
insight specialty, but I'll do
Yeah.
insight plus composure.
Yeah. The skill list, I need to update the skill list. The skill list I have is empathy, but composure plus insight.
Is this to
This is to you just came
avoiding
out of
suspicion?
you just came out of a bloody critical. This is to even think about worrying about Strawberry.
Oh, okay. So not avoiding suspicion.
This is someone you have just met. So no, not avoiding suspicion.
Difficulty.
2.
That's not a success, so I'm gonna use a willpower. Do I reroll? Where's the willpower? I'm gonna roll 3 days. Submit. I got 2.
All right, that's all you need. You're almost out the door when you remember, oh yeah, I brought Strawberry with me. I'm responsible for this one.
Or sorry, technically 3. But yeah.
Oh, even better.
I go to find Strawberry, and then I will leave a note to say goodbyes to Francesca if she's not there within line of sight, and I quickly step out.
All right. So,
Or I'll just tell the host, tell Francesca, thank you so much for the lovely evening.
I'm just going to snatch the skills from the Roll20 character sheet for now and put them into categories later. All right, next we will move our view over to Mustard. So you were able, like, you had some time. A few people showed up. Willard was there. I believe you fed off of Willard. So after that, what happens?
I'm going to sit in one of my beanbag chairs that I have just for a little bit and just not do anything. I'm just gonna sit in a beanbag chair and just think about life. And then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna head home.
All right. Let's do a little check for you. We are going to give you this actually a better version. Excuse me. Sorry, this is deciding to be like if I make the list too large. Let's do a charisma plus leadership for you to make sure, because you gotta get everybody out of here, make sure no stragglers, as well as maintaining your presence and reputation.
2 successes.
How many?
2.
Okay, good. I was making it easy, so you're in luck. All right, then we can continue around to Lee. You had a meeting with Eugene. He's the one who got you contact at the morgue. However, you also had a run into Mr. Fleming. After meeting with Eugene, or meeting with Mr. Fleming, what do you want to go do?
I mean, I guess I'm just going back to what is our place called? Didn't it have like a fancy name or something?
So within the Kindred world, you host Elysium, which is like kind of like Vampire Town Hall, but it is also the Portland Museum of Fine Art in downtown Portland.
Fancy. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go back there. Throw my blood bag in the fridge for a rainy day.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think she has really any plans. Has been living in a cave or tunnel system or whatever for a while and
Yes.
doesn't know what to do
Yeah.
with this new life.
It's fine. And then finally, Dr. Whitlock. You had your meeting with Dr. Fritz. Or not Fritz, it's Mr. Fleming. Dr. Krev. Things were alluded to, strangeness happened. You have not met with Melody, though.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of her, probably calling and texting, but still haven't gotten anything. I guess I will, because I haven't fed yet. My feeding zone is different than theirs.
Yes. As a Tremere, you have West Portland.
Gotcha.
The hospital you are currently in is in West Portland.
Yeah, I'm assuming like I've been here for a little bit. I probably have some because I'm a consensualist.
Yes.
And I probably have some people that I can go to.
Let's say, do you have a herd yet?
I don't believe I do.
All right, then it is on a case-by-case basis until you have a herd to feed from. Which means, let's see.
I might have XP to spend on that. I have not spent any XP yet, so that's why I would like.
Yes. You guys also got 3 XP last week. I forgot to mention that. So you currently have 6 XP total.
A level 1 herd is 2 dots, I believe, of blood. They regain half rounded down per day. So if you feed 2, they only get 1 back. If you feed from them too much or overfeed from them because you frenzy, they get scared and might run away.
Okay.
How much XP is buying the first dot in something?
A 3.
3 XP.
Yeah, I have
so
enough
you have
for that.
enough. You can buy yourself a level 1 herd if you want.
I believe level 1 herd is 4 to 7 people.
Yes.
Or I think that's a level 2 herd.
That's level 2.
Yeah.
1 to 3 is the first one with random residents. No, Gracious can change one victim's resonance once a month with a successful manipulation insight.
Yeah. So
you would have 1 dot to feed from,
which is all I need.
Yep. And you're not hungry enough that we have to worry about you frenzying while feeding. So, because, you know, at only 1 dot to feed from, a frenzy could go real bad for that XP you just spent. But
absolutely,
you have 1 to 3 people. We're going to assume what, patients in the hospital? Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, you'll do your rounds, essentially. Since you want to have your herd in a public location that's easily accessible, we will have you do, we're going to actually mix up some stuff and give you a social attribute with a mental skill by doing medicine plus manipulation.
All right.
You're in a hospital. You are actually a doctor, so I'm just going to make this 2 for the difficulty.
Um, 4 of 2. And I got 1 success on my blood die.
That's fine as long as it's not criticals involving your
It's a
blood
10.
die. Well, yeah, but you need 2 criticals for a critical
okay.
to count. You need to have at least 2 criticals, and then it counts as 4 successes. And if any of those criticals are a hunger die, then you got a messy critical.
I will note if your herd gets big enough, you can waive, the dam can waive the check.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard to find.
Oh yeah, no. This isn't even being hard to find. She sacrificed that. They're going to be in beds for being in a public place when she takes from them. So, but appearing as just doing your job. Yeah, you're able to feed 1.
But yeah, after rounds, after I've gotten my feeding in, I'll try and message my babysitter one more time.
Is that what you're calling her?
Yeah.
Do you have a cooler name than babysitter?
Mom.
That's not a cooler name. Sexy ass bitch. That works.
But yeah, so
would you like to be known as MILF? Is that better? Is that better?
Until your herd gets bigger,
No.
at this, I wanted to double check that you can slake up to your rank, which is only 1, in your herd each week without there needing to be a check.
Okay.
So you got an easy feed, but it's going to take a week before you can really tap back in with only that many people.
And then just to double check, so I know rules in Portland are different from Chicago.
Yes.
Is that for if I'm feeding from like the public place, like the food places, or how does that work?
Any of the racks you can only use once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Your herd, totally separate. That's yours. They don't. Now, if you start becoming sloppy and risk the danger of people, or you collect too big of a herd that starts affecting other people's ability to feed, then you'll be having issues with others. But this, no. This is totally separate from the racks.
Sounds good to me. But yeah, I will try and get a hold of Melody again.
All right. At this point, we'll say Melody, I'm guessing walking home. It's also in downtown. If you're
Is it close?
Yeah, it's still downtown, so it's like
Okay.
within a few blocks.
Yeah, she'll walk. She'll finally probably see, and she's not talking to Strawberry right now. Strawberry's probably talking plenty enough right this second to cover up any silence that Melody has. But as soon as the phone vibrates, like instantly picks it up, freaking out, like a little worried that it's like she got caught, like a little paranoid.
Yeah, no.
But
we'll probably say, I'm going to have a note for this. And this might even be something you know, given how well you were at socializing and everything there, that Francesca's has cell jammers and a lot of electronics jammers there to prevent from people spying on her clientele, gathering information. So that's why none of Dr. Whitlock's messages came through to you.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Just checking in for my daily report.
she like glances at her phone. I see that you have attempted to call me multiple times. I apologize. I was in a building that does not get service.
I understand. It's not a big deal. Just wanted to check in and see if there's anything you needed from me. I do have tonight off, so didn't know if you had your hands full with the new fletchlings.
Well, I think you're always more than welcome to come in. Perhaps you can teach them something that I taught them hunting. I wouldn't say that out loud. We're on the street. Hold on.
Yeah.
I taught them about the best restaurants in town yesterday.
Okay.
Earlier today. So
Taught them about how to get a herd.
out of character, you would know not to say that on.
Or how to get a nice fast food chain.
Yeah. Best places to go. For each of their individual tastes and needs and diet restrictions. But they can always learn some more. So if you would like to come over, please feel free. I believe the Beck is out for the day, I believe. But she already knows at least most of the stuff that will be taught to the two new ones. You might meet Mustard. Have you met Mustard?
No, I don't believe so.
It's an unfortunate name, but yes, that's my child. And so you'll meet. What are Mustard's pronouns?
Any pronouns.
You'll
mean,
meet them.
Say if you're being gonzo, it's a whatever.
Right?
They should be coming home soon. I believe they went out for a moment, but I'm on my way back from downtown. Not too far, so.
Now,
Well,
as that wraps with that, I do have a question for Kermit Mustard Gonzo. We're just going to KM. How are you getting from your portion of the city back to downtown?
Probably just call an Uber.
Okay. You're waiting for your Uber when there's a man next to you.
I didn't
Never-
order an Uber pool.
You didn't hear him arrive. It is a man you are very familiar with, even if you may not have spoken much, because he's the primogen of your clan. He is the sire of your sire.
Motherfucker, stay away from my child.
He is Anton Ego.
Out of character. Would Gonzo know the
Disdain?
yes, disdain that they have for each other?
That
I
would be
think
up
that-
to whether or not you shared it with Gonzo.
How much do I trust? How good is Gonzo at like keeping secrets? Like we've known
Gonzo
each
is
other for 5
actually
years.
Very good at keeping secrets.
Like actually, or like
Like actually very good at keeping secrets. Not his own, but he doesn't really have any secrets.
Gonzo has survived 5 years in Portland, so
I think within the 5 years, Gonzo would have picked up on at least the fact that a lot of things have been delegated to Melody, and Anton has something against her, it seems. And I'm sure at least caught Melody's face once or twice when she's just like, fucking jackass. Muttering under her breath, but always with a smile when he turns back.
but yes, this very lithe man with a long face, kind of hunched in a dark blue suit, looking just completely straight, not actually facing you. It just goes, "You're Miss Serrano's boy, aren't you?"
Sorry, what? I'm taking out my headphones.
Youths. You're Miss Serrano's boy, aren't you?
Sure. Yes. Permit Mustard Gonzo, nice to meet you. You can call me any of those three names or all three.
For now, I will call you boy.
Okay.
Your kind of head never moving, but eyes glancing from one side to the other. His head maybe like tilts about 5 degrees to each direction.
I gotta put my headphone back in and then realize he's gonna say something else and take it back out.
Your mentor assists me in much of my work, and I know you happen to assist her.
Sometimes.
Yes. How would you like to manage a larger venue?
Well, I have my own hobbies.
Well, it would be an art exhibit, boy.
I don't know, I do really like what I have going for me right now, but I suppose, well, I feel like there's a catch here. Can you let me in on the catch and then I'll let you know what I think?
Well, as with many jobs, if you're getting the position, it means you will be replacing someone else.
Hmm. I'm not really into the whole workforce thing. I just do what I feel like.
Yes.
But I suppose being on a stable, I should probably get a real job and,
No,
maybe
there's
save
things
up for my own
far more
place.
valuable than wealth, boy.
I know there's happiness, there's love, there's a bunch of other
status.
things that you can't see. I suppose, but I mean, I don't think that status really matters to me personally.
Oh, then I must have been wrong. I thought you had ambition. And he turns and begins
No,
walking away.
I used to, but I don't think so anymore. Have a nice day.
Konzo is so dense. Konzo is so dense.
No, Gonzo is not dense at all.
No, Konzo plays so dense.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to give me a wits plus. I am looking for the skill. I know perception's here. I just don't see the skill.
Awareness.
That's why. Wits plus awareness.
3 successes.
That is the number I'm holding up. You're not sure when he did it, but there is a card in your hand.
Oh. Okay. Just put it in my back pocket.
And with that, your Uber arrives.
How dare he try to steal my child, that motherfucker.
Oh, give it time.
Motherfucker.
Are you sure?
Well, he doesn't
I
need to
honestly
steal
think-
her. He just needs to make you worried. She will be.
I honestly feel like Melody picked Gonzo because of how dense
Just to piss him off.
just to piss off Anton. Like the least Toreador.
It's like you all went to Waffle House and you just gave Ashton a crack card and went, go to the jukebox, go wild. So we will catch up with everyone as they return. Lee, you will make it back first.
I'm snooping around places I probably shouldn't be. If there's a locked door, I am attempting to get into it. I am taking full advantage of no one being here.
Very, very good. Give me. Yeah. Give me wits plus awareness.
I will gladly. That's something I have to be good at, right? What for difficulty?
We'll say a minimum of 3. More successes will get you into a better place.
Oh no, not full size. Difficulty. 3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. Okay. So the thing is while you left, it's a freight elevator. You had seen Harold came up here with a key card you had not been given yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or anything of that nature. But you find the back entrance to the storeroom Harold brought you into. Which means you will be able, it'll be like a back alley entrance.
Okay, that's good.
And you can like jimmy the lock open. You figure out how to do that, which means you can come and go without using the front door to a major metropolitan's museum, which will become
probably best for me.
difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Which realistically you will learn in time with your mentor, but they went out to teach your sibling to hunt. You went and did your own thing, so you don't have a mentor with you, but you figured out how to get up and in, which we're able to retrace your steps to the freight elevator. You don't have access to the key card, which will send you straight to the top without any stops, but it's a freight elevator. It's well into the night now, so no one should be stopping it. In this situation, no one is. You're good. You have access. Next to return will be I guess I will ask Dr. Whitlock, how are you getting across town?
I have a car.
I was going to say, I believe, because you have resources.
Oh, I got resources. I got a
Yeah.
nice car.
All right. So next to arrive will be Dr. Whitlock. Finding parking, getting around. High, low. Okay. At about the same time you park in a parking garage. When you're coming up to the museum, having not been shown any entrances other than the main one, a SUV is going to pull up with an Uber sign in its window. And Gonzo will have arrived as well.
Gonna get out and
Yeah, I
walk
know.
up to my room.
All right. Are you going to
Silence.
take the back way or through the front door of the museum?
Whatever is closest to where I am right now.
The back way is going to be easier for you to get to the elevator.
Then I'll do that.
Okay. So Whitlock, you see this car stop with an Uber. What does Gonzo look like again?
Kermit Mustard Gonzo looks like they're going to the Met Gala at every instance you see them. They are like extremely put together. Like has this like long purple hair that's always pulled back. And like all of their outfits are super flowy and elaborate.
So Yeah, Dr. Whitlock, there will be no check to notice Gonzo.
Yeah, no.
Question.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna talk.
The
No, you're
narrator
good.
has responded.
Hello?
Mustard. I
That's
think that's what.
that's one of my
Melody-
names.
Got it. I.
Hello.
Hi. I am also a part of the Haven. I'm Dr. Adelaide Whitlock.
Cool.
Going in?
Yes. Are you also going in?
Yes.
Great.
Mustard, well, you're dense. This is someone you have never met.
Yeah. It's not my business.
All right. You're going to let them follow you? Because I presume that's what Whitlock will do into your haven.
Yeah. It's not my business.
Oh, you're going to learn what the Second Inquisition is real fast.
Uh-huh.
They said
Oh, this is
they
such
knew
a
my
fucking
name.
test from Adelaide. This is such a test.
They knew mine, like she knew my name. So like I just figured it's fine. This is not any like Melody has a lot of friends, so
Don't say the proper.
Am I
password.
still
They
in the
don't-
elevator
You don't
when
get
I
in the
get in?
car with a stranger. We've had this talk.
But what if they have
everyone
candy?
is a stranger. Everyone's a stranger before you get to know them.
Even if they have candy or blood.
But what if it's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups?
Well, maybe, but no.
But I will follow and take note of everything that's happening right now. Oh.
So Gonzo,
Gonzo walks into the elevator and doesn't turn around, just like stares at the back, like Blair Witch style.
Can I still be in there when the doors
in
open
the elevator.
with my sushi Rito that I door dashed like an hour ago?
That would actually be
It's
great
like-
because I was gonna say
So-
Gonzo would have one of the key cards already because Gonzo's been living there for a while. So when you scan the key card, it'll express the elevator down. So like you're in there, it probably was like it landed at the top and the doors open, so it thought you arrived. And like as you're getting ready to walk out, it just goes and then starts
like,
lowering
oh.
again.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Hello.
I'll just like stare. Right. Yeah. I'm just in front of
So,
you. Like,
For
hey.
Dr. Whitlock, what does Lee look like?
I've met Lee.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
meet
we've
Lee.
met.
That's correct.
I've met
So you
everyone in
see
passing.
Lee, who again you found very fascinating because Lee was able to drink alcohol with no problem, is now holding a sushi Rito. Like it's nothing.
Fascinating. That is the lucky person. I'll take note of that. I'm also taking note of, can I see the familiarity? Does it look like Lee and KM know each other?
I will say,
Or is it like is KM just letting anyone into their haven?
give
I mean, I
me
did only
I would like to know.
slightly,
Let's
see
see.
them, so I don't know how much familiarity's on my
give me
face.
that's why it's going to be a check. Give me a
Mhm.
wits plus awareness. This is going to be like kind of your instinct and perception. And since they barely know each other, the difficulty will be 4.
All right. Please be good to me, dice. I got 6 of 4.
All right, you look, you go. Okay. Lee definitely knows Gonzo.
I feel like there's probably a look of
Let's go.
disgust that Dr. Adelaide got the first time she met Lee, because that's always like just Lee's first look at someone, but there wasn't that. It was like disinterest.
But does it look like Gonzo knows Lee? That's
Yes,
what
with
I want to zone
6,
in. Okay.
You can tell it
Well-
looks like Gonzo has met Lee.
Yeah, Gonzo does not
but
react.
does know.
whatsoever.
That's what I want. I want to know is it, do you know this is a fellow vampire or not?
Yes.
Like that
Yeah,
type of a
like,
thing. Okay.
Has met, is familiar with, but not like knows.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
The very awkward lift ride up as 3 people. I feel like that check was during the ride up too, where you're just like looking at one, looking at the other,
We're
looking at
just staring
one.
each other in the eyes.
Gonzo's facing a corner. We don't know why. Lee's eaten half the burrito already. And then the lift makes it to the top. Now, again, we've discussed your haven a little bit. It does have luxury. None of this is technically owned by you. It's all stuff owned by the museum. But there is a working bathroom up here if you end up with ghouls or any mortals end up here for different reasons. You have like nice comfy couches, a couple nice comfy couches. Probably look like they were from like an old area where people were waiting, and when they got the new ones, they just put the old ones up here. You got a big plasma screen, so it's like 15 years old, but it is a big screen, flat panel TV.
So y'all want to like, oh wait, is it offensive to assume that, or to ask if y'all want to watch True Blood?
I've
Or
never
is like
seen
that
True Blood.
okay? Oh shit.
I guess
You
I
wanna
can
watch it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine with me. I'm just gonna
Okay.
sit down on the couch, just straight, and just like stare at the TV before it's even on.
I would like to note that Ashton could have played a Mulcavian and went, no, I'm not going to play a Mulcavian, and then proceeds to just play a Mulcavian.
No. I just feel like you haven't really gotten to know Kermit Mustard Gonzo yet.
All right. What is the doctor doing as Lee is opening, pulling up?
Maybe just like DVDs.
Yeah.
You have a box set.
It's just a box set of DVDs.
That was the only thing I brought with me was a box set of
we
True
can actually
Blood.
say like you do have randomly like DVD box sets that like you've been carrying when you were going through the foster system and stuff, but like every box set has one disc missing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some little shithead kid like broke it at one point in time, and I'm just missing it.
Like, I have True Blood, the complete series, except for season 2, disc 2. Yeah, is the doctor doing anything as you see them getting onto the couch, turning on the TV?
I just want to see how much they're gonna let me snoop in this place without stopping me. Specifically, I want to see if Kermit will just let me go crazy in here. Like, I'm gonna go check out the security system. I'm gonna go check out anything that should be a giant red flag.
Yeah. So
I don't even notice you're there.
give me intelligence subterfuge with a
Alright.
difficulty of 3 for the doctor.
Can I be like eyeing this? Because she's
yeah.
doing what I've already done while no one was here. I'm like,
She was looking for more specific things and not just snooping drawers.
yeah.
But that means give me a awareness with wits. Your difficulty is going to be 3.
3 of 3.
3 of 3. So you're going to catch on that she's casing the place. Doctor, how many successes did you get?
I got 3.
3 of 3. So looking around, you are going to tell because this haven has 2 upgrades to it. One is luxury, so you have amenities for mortals, like it's pretty nice. The other is that it has a security system. And this is already on the top floor of the Portland Museum of Fine Arts, which is a fairly secure building. So it's a pretty secure haven. Security Like there's additional security for this top floor.
And I would just like to know, I think like if you're seeing I'm casing the place, I'm not specifically looking into whatever I'm going to. I'm watching for reactions. I think Lee would notice that in particular. I'm watching, you already know who I am, but I think you would be able to see I'm watching KM for a reaction when I'm going to a security system, when I'm checking the windows for window locks, like any of these type of things. Like this is a test.
I would have KM
Yeah, I
roll, but
feel
I'm
like-
pretty sure if Gonzo
No.
saw something, nothing would change anyways.
Absolutely not.
I think there's probably a moment too that Dr. Adelaide's like looking for the reaction, and I'm like looking at Dr. Adelaide through like the reflection of the TV in like a dark scene and just give this look like, I don't know.
you just gym through a TV reflection.
Yeah, I just do the gym.
Which
like,
is our second gym of the Chronicle.
Yeah.
But all right, as this is happening, you've cased the place for maybe 10 minutes, like not very long, as you've been kind of testing and seeing all this. You hear the freight elevator open again as Melody has made her way home.
I'm gonna walk up.
How the hell did you get up here?
Because the lovely Mustard here just could have let in the Second Inquisition into your haven.
The what?
And we have hit what the lore dump of this week will be.
Okay.
I've been able to, in this amount of time, disable your security systems. I've been able to make sure windows are unlocked.
Did you actually do all those
and I
things?
probably...
I know
No,
you were
of course I didn't.
I also found what was hiding in your sock drawer.
I love how you didn't, but it's a very good Hail Mary play.
Fully. I'm just looking for a reaction.
You say that to Melody?
Yeah.
I will roll an insight check. You want to lie?
All right, wits plus insight.
I have to see her lie first to
Yeah.
get the difficulty.
Oh, how do I do that?
So it will
Manipulation plus
manipulation plus subterfuge. So you'll click subterfuge. My mouth's sticking together.
I have
And then-
none of that. And I have one manipulation.
Oh my god.
Look. I rolled a 5. So no.
No
My
successes.
one die.
Okay, so
I think it's one of those things where it's like, and I found was in your sock drawer, and like a really obvious wide-eyed, like, super bad lie.
so as long as I get one success,
Yeah.
submit. I don't get any modifiers. Difficulty is 0. Submit. Hey, 2 successes. So Melody just like looks at you and goes, "Oh, did you like all the different array of options?"
No. They were lacking in variety.
They definitely were not lacking in variety. There are quite a good collection.
I've seen better. I
Hmm.
turn up the volume on True Blood.
I turn off the TV.
What the fuck, dude?
I do not look away from the TV.
Kermit,
Hello.
why are you letting people you do not know into our haven?
She was your friend and she knew me.
Just
I knew she
because-
wouldn't do anything bad.
Did you know?
Yes. It
How?
was very obvious.
How did you know that she knew me?
She said my name was Mustard. Only my friends call me Mustard.
That does not mean jack shit. Has anybody
It
else?
means a lot.
Okay. Has anybody else talked to you about
Doesn't
me?
mean a lot.
About the Haven.
Talk to me.
Yes, about the Haven,
one
about me,
talks to
about
me.
anybody.
No one
important.
talks to me.
No one?
No one.
I'm talking to you right now.
Oh,
Touche.
semantics. I just roll my eyes.
Please no longer let anybody into the Haven
Unless I know that they're a friend.
unless I've explicitly stated that they are allowed in here.
Unless I know.
All it took was me saying, "Are you Mustard? Hi, I'm Dr. Adelaide Whitlock. Are you going up too?" That's it. That's how a whole coterie could die.
The Second Inquisition. Do you want this historical stuff is not my fancy.
I'm sure I've lived it.
Please.
Yeah, you know Van Helsing, all those guys. Yeah, Boogeyman's real
Wait, that's
now.
real?
Eh,
Van Helsing was kind of a badass.
yeah,
I have
well,
that movie. We can watch it next.
I'd rather not. Second Inquisition is basically a group of people that try and hunt and destroy vampire kind. They torture us. They try to figure out what our weaknesses are. They take us to black sites to see what makes us tick. So, if you do not want to die in a horribly painful manner, I highly suggest not letting anyone that knows your name that isn't on a certain list into this place or any place you deem a safe place, because they will be coming during the day, rip you out of wherever you're sleeping, and it will be your last.
You're not one of them.
No.
So I've
survived
done
them.
nothing wrong. Okay. Think I'm gonna go do some painting.
Dr. Whitlock, you don't need to be so angry. Somebody's going to kill Gonzo before the end of this chronicle.
I am literally just gonna I'm not even gonna go to my room to start painting. I feel like I just have an easel in the corner and I'm just gonna like pull out a bunch of paint just like in the middle of the room and just start painting.
Just play on True Blood.
Basically, the thing to note is that there's this thing called the masquerade. Was that taught to you?
That's like, oh, I get it. Because it's like we're putting on a fucking mask.
Yes. We
Got
cannot
it.
show mortals, humankind, anyone that we are not 100% certain. 100% certain, she emphasizes for Mustard, is a kindred or a ghoul that belongs to someone in this area. By allowing anybody
Ew,
into
what
this,
the fuck does that mean?
I'll explain in a moment. By allowing people into this haven that we don't know for sure, you risk not only your own life, but everybody's life in here, including the prince's, which I don't think the prince will appreciate. As for what a ghoul is, it is someone, a human that you've given blood to in order to make them a stronger person. They will not die as long as they continue to get your blood and once a month, and they will eventually do things for you when you ask.
Okay, like y'all see the fucking problem with the saying, the sentence you said previously, right? Of a ghoul you own and then followed it up with it's a human, right? Like we're getting that this is really fucked.
It is.
Cool.
Why some vampires don't take them, others do. It's
But like it's chill to do it. I feel like we've gotten past this as a collective society at this point, right?
in some places it's chill, in others it's not. Just depends where you live.
Usually it is done out of that or death. Those are your options. I have seen friends who had to choose between killing a loved one or ghouling them because they knew too much.
That just seems selfish. To make
is.
someone continue to live by their will, because you did say they control.
To be fair, if you are doing it to save someone if it was you doing it to save someone you loved, you would not control them in that way. However, other people, specifically much older kindred, do use ghouls exactly in that way, which, yes, is not pleasant and has lots of
Cool.
problems.
And like, are there people that are making that not happen anymore?
No.
Whitlock's gonna keep her mouth shut.
Okay,
That I'm aware
I'm
of.
switching off of the blood bag Grubhub, and I'm now switching to let's not be fucking inhumane in our afterlife. New goal.
That is the whole journey of being a kindred, is your balance between your beast and humanity. The older you get, the less humane many become because of the deeds that they do to survive. Hold on to the humanity as long as you possibly can.
So are like just most vampires then dicks? Because like I don't really see myself being like, oh, I'm gonna do these horrendous things just because I can.
Let's just say this. In order to become a vampire, there usually aren't that many options left for you. It's out of necessity or power. And those that choose power, well, they lose their humanity quicker.
Gross.
Yep.
And with that, we continue the conversations in the rest of the evening. But this night's exploration by us closes unless anyone has anything else to do before the sun rises.
I drew a frog.
What's its name?
I can't name it. It has to name itself.
Specifically has Kermit written over it.
Yeah, I was gonna like that was my thought as I was hoping it was gonna be Kermit. Have you watched Sesame? No. Muppets? No. Muppets.
I don't know what you're referring to.
But
I
if
don't
nothing
have that
else-
box set, but I bet I can get some from Eugene when I go to bed.
Yeah, but if nothing else is needed to be done, people can finish up their plans for the evening. Dr. Whitlock, you may return home, as you do not live in the Haven. Everyone else does. We will say Strawberry and Lee likely share a room, especially since it was only arranged for Strawberry to be sired. And that is where we will end this chapter. We're going to go on break for about 15 minutes, and we will be back with a new night. But something did happen between these nights. We'll just talk about it when we get back. Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia? Because this ain't happening.
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the
Yes,
game.
we are here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time-traveling corpse?
Apparently.
That is
Awesome. Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
yeah.
Yeah, you cannot be.
He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Might have better.
Fuck you. Oh.
I knew we weren't gonna get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Tear my seams apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel loud every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running for. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running for. You don't know what you're running for.
I miss when we were teenage girls in our tomboy t-shirts. When life was good in the worn out sneakers. When we were fine about the complications. Those were the days in the tomboy
The information superhighway. Newcom, nice of you to join us.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm trying to heal, I'm trying to mend. Someone please come to my defense.
And we are back with a new chapter of Portland by Night. And there is Ashton getting headphones on. All right, you ready, Ashton? Okay.
We're already live.
Yeah, I know we are. I had already said it.
Okay.
You didn't hear because you didn't have your headset on and weren't back yet.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I was waiting
I was
for
watching
you
the
to be
stream.
back. All right. Last chapter, you all finished out your night. There was some discussions of the dangers of the Second Inquisition, of some security risks, we'll say. And things did happen over this next day. But first, we need everyone to make a rouse check.
Oh, I'm finally getting hungry. Can I just immediately eat my blood bag?
When we cover it, yeah. You can like wake up and Capri Sun that thing.
And that drops you how many?
1.
I'm fine.
You're fine. And our
I
doctor.
got 1 hunger.
All right. So you're at 2 now.
Yep.
Gonzo,
Better than I would have
how'd
been.
how'd your rouse check go?
All good.
All right.
No increase.
Then anyone who is doing Blush of Life, which it is advised that everyone does that, needs to make another rouse check.
You have humanity 8, you get to roll twice.
I'm good.
Yep. Doctor gets that. I also believe, does Lee have humanity
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8? Okay.
What
It's,
makes humanity? Like what impacts me?
Being more consensualist is what gave it to Whitlock and
Yes.
Strawberry,
Oh.
but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't
just
remember
meant,
if
like, the-
Bagger gave humanity or not.
I don't know. I would have to.
I
Look.
don't
No,
believe
if
so.
you
I
didn't have
double-checked
it, then no.
Okay.
Because we
I
double
double-checked
checked your
it,
sheet.
Okay, cool. So I'm at 3 hunger because I ate my blood bag and then I failed my rouse check.
Oh, were you already at 2 hunger?
I was at 2, failed
Okay.
for my first one,
So
ate my
got
blood
3,
bag, and then failed
8,
again.
okay. So you are fairly hungry.
I'm very glad that you ate that blood bag, drank that blood bag before you rolled again.
Yeah, or else you'd be at 4 hunger and be risking frenzying.
Oh, I mean, I did roll it. I didn't subtract it until after I rolled both my
Well,
rouse
no, we're
checks.
saying
Does
if
that
you
matter?
didn't have the blood bag
Oh, gotcha.
to
gotcha.
drink,
Yeah.
it would have been a problem. And Blush of Light, you don't wake up and immediately Blush of Life. If you woke up that hungry, it's very reasonable that you were like, I need blood. Drank the blood, and then blush. You're like, oh, that's so much better. Blush of Life. You're like, no, it's not.
I'm like, absolutely not.
But yeah, so
I think I'm just sitting in the kitchen putting on makeup, like so much makeup. Sitting there feeling like ass.
since Adelaide wakes up before everyone else because of her higher humanity, is there anything you do when you first wake up that we need to cover?
Yeah, I mean, there's certain human things that just never leave you. So like I have my morning like sit in bed, you like look at the news, look at what's going on, like social media. Now, I don't know if we have any tech bans like here or not. of whether we can use tech or we
There
don't
is
use
no
tech,
tech
that type of
bans.
stuff? Okay.
I will say, when watching the news, you will hear that there was a fire. Pulling up where it was in the historic Rose Square.
Interesting. Does anything sound off about it? Like when they describe it?
They're talking, you know, they're still looking for the perpetrator. Luckily, it was only contained to the back storeroom of the cafe. It happened sometime after sunrise.
I don't like that. When I know Melody would wake up, I'm just gonna call her.
All right, Melody, you're also the most responsible of those here, and most versed and used to being a kindred, so it would make sense. You wake up.
Hello.
Hey, turn on the news.
Which channel?
I give the channel.
She'll pull up. She probably. I'm gonna say she has a TV in her room, so it's just a small one. She doesn't usually watch it, so she turns that on. So what am I saying? I'm sorry.
Well, it's the evening news will be coming on by the time you wake up, probably like the 6 o'clock news. In the middle of a story of no one knows who caused this, but police have ruled it as an arson down in historic Rose Square.
Who do we know that lives in that area?
Rose Square is part of East Portland, Toreador territory. Rose Square specifically is where Anton Ego likes to hang out, and your child has a place that she does exhibits from in the back of a cafe. And they're saying that the fire was contained. They were able to contain the fire, and it only spread from the back storeroom and not into the cafe.
Melody mutters under her breath, $10 that Anton finds some way to blame me for this. But will text Mustard to make sure they're okay.
Now, Mustard, you still live in the Haven.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
I have a feeling Mustard does not wake up promptly too often. It's just
Mustard will wake up at a regular time. Pretty much every day around the same exact time. They have a schedule.
All right. You're woken up to, did you call or text? He lives in the same Haven as you.
I thought they lived elsewhere, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, I will not call. I ignore the call part.
Okay.
I instead will text Harold and say, checking in, did you see the news?
I am going to quickly roll for for
because
Harold.
he would be the closest person probably to the prince at the moment. Possibly.
So quickly checking, this would 5. I'm gonna have to do 10 of these. No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 6 successes, no criticals, but that's more than enough. He will respond with, "Did Strawberry go out with Mustard last night?"
No, Strawberry was with me.
There's a long pause. Good. I will be over soon.
I will meet you downstairs.
All right. Do you
I go
do
make sure Strawberry and Lee are in their rooms.
you see Lee probably in the living room with the blood bag, because the blood bag would have been kept in the fridge. Like, just nursing a blood bag, looking kind of rough. Blush of Life is going, but like very wild-eyed while like trying to pull every last drop out of that blood bag, most likely.
Oh, welcome to Hunger. We can go pick you up some more of those.
I'm guessing I should ask for more than one at a time.
The only issue is they go bad relatively quickly, so. But at least 2 next time.
Cool.
We're having company possibly soon. Harold might be visiting.
Boy. Do I have to like be around for it, or could I like?
I'm not sure yet. Just stay here. Don't go out yet, please. Just in case.
Okay. We turn back on True Blood.
I'm heading over there ASAP. Basically, I get dressed as quickly as I can. I'd even bring my makeup shit to do over at the Haven because this is serious and I'm worried about from my own issues, Second Inquisition, because
Yeah.
a fire in a place that could have been a haven after sunrise where a vampire could have been trapped. I'm definitely heading back.
Definitely fair.
All right. Are you going to talk to Gonzo before you go talk to Harold?
Sure, because I know Gonzo went out last night to that area, right?
Yep.
Cool. I go knock on Gonzo's door.
Yeah, Gonzo just answers. Hello.
Hey, there seems to have been a fire last night in what was it called again?
Rose
Square.
There was a fire in Rose Square.
Oh.
What,
Give
did
me
you
1
see
second. 1 second. I'm just gonna look on my phone really quick. And you just see just like blank face. And it's just, all right. Thank you for letting me know. Is that it?
I wanted to know just really quick, where did you go last night I know the fire was not
Oh.
caused by you because you were here when the fire happened.
Right. Yeah. That fire was my studio. I went to my studio at the time. Antonigo came up to me. He then said that I should replace someone, work at a bigger building. I said no, I didn't really care. He gave me his card, so he burned my studio down. It's fine. Art is subjective. I can always make more art.
I'm sorry, that's your studio that got burnt down.
Yes.
And why did you think it was important to tell me that Anton talked to you yesterday?
It didn't seem, I mean, I wasn't going to contact him. He came up to me. I didn't really gain anything from the conversation. I didn't think he would be interested.
Say, do we want to say this isn't even the first time Anton's done it?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Did she say that?
We've like been out together, but like not even like just never talked to each other, but we've just been in like the same spaces all the time.
The fact that he is offering you a job means he's trying to take you. So I'm glad that your apathy is keeping you here, I suppose. If Anton ever comes to you again, please let me know.
Sure. I mean, as long as I realize that it's him. He has a
kind of-
forgettable face.
From a Toreador that's actually so fucking mean.
That actually makes Melody smirk a little bit, and she has to like calm herself down.
Was something funny? I wasn't making a joke.
I know you weren't, and that was the best part. Wonderful. Okay. Sometimes I question a lot of decisions that I've made. And despite having to call you Gonzo.
You can call me Mustard.
Honestly,
or Kermit. It's up to you.
Despite some things, the fact that you are not bothered whatsoever by Anton greatly amuses me.
Thank you.
About that, I did message you, Ashton, because I legitimately need to know if this is the case, because it's feeling more and more like it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you comfortable with that being said then?
Yes, it was. Yeah, that was unintended on my part, but absolutely.
Yeah. Ashton accidentally made Gonzo very autistic.
I can see that.
Yep.
So I messaged asking if Gonzo was on the spectrum and if that was known, and then asking if that's known. So yeah. The second you were like, doesn't move when the TV turns off, I'm like, oh no.
Why would I? It's the same exact thing, because you can watch something on the TV, but then when it goes dark, you can just imagine what could happen next.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I gotta go downstairs.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Oh, we might have company soon if you want to.
Oh. Well, that's great. Would you like me to come out and greet people?
No, not necessarily. Okay. I just don't know if he is intending to come upstairs or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be busy. Just kind of talking to people on Slack, just letting them know what's going on and that all the people are safe. Maybe not the art, but I think that the loss of the art will give us more inspiration to create even better art. There was a Monet in there.
I'm sorry, there was a what?
There was a Monet in there.
Oh, I hope I can prove it is him. Okay, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
So you will already know. Meeting downstairs for Harold is down in the storage room.
Mhm.
And he'll already be down there, hunched over in his like tweed blazer and his obscure band shirt, just kind of pacing back and forth, essentially like stimming his fingers with these long Nosferatu nails very nervously.
Hey,
Hi.
evidently that was Gonzo's studio.
I'm aware.
And also evidently my sire had a visit with him yesterday.
That I did not know.
Trying to offer a job for a position somewhere else, replacing someone, did not provide details, and Gonzo was Gonzo and took the card but didn't accept.
Okay. This is interesting. I didn't know. Well, this could be worse than I thought.
Do you think he did this?
Even if I do, selling anyone else on the fact that he would burn down a haven in his own territory is a hard sell. Not only is that side of Portland, Toreador, claimed, Rose Square is where Ego lives.
Yet his house is unharmed?
They're saying it was a small fire.
I'm saying it's rather coincidental that the same day that he talks to my child, their studio burns.
I agree. And if we can prove things beyond him being in his own neighborhood, we may have something. But I do have something. And he pulls some like kind of loosely folded papers from his blazer pocket. They're printed photos. Now they're off like a laserjet printer, so they're not the best quality, especially since they're secure. They're traffic cam photos. They're very low res.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a glimpse at who I think did this.
I look at the pictures.
He'll have several ones. He'll have essentially have pulled some stills of a group of people coming earlier in the night and leaving, but one of them returning like a few minutes before the fire happened. Now the fire's in the back room of a cafe, so like we know he was on the street and had come back right before, but there's not like footage of him starting the fire.
Does he look familiar?
I don't know if you would have ever met him, but he's this kind of medium height, scrawny guy with very shaggy hair and a beard.
Do you know who this is?
I'm doing some digging. I've already hacked into her Slack server where she mentioned about the event. If he was at it, it means he's probably one of the users there.
I doubt he would be seen at the event knowing him, but
Oh, I don't think it was Ego himself.
No, I'm sure. I'm just saying. Oh, you mean the person? Okay.
Yes.
Out of character. Okay.
It's the
Just
one
to be
on
clear,
the photos you're looking at.
there's no way you can hack into the Slack server. It's just open. You can just get right in.
He's still going to use the term hacked.
Makes them sound cooler.
I found their mainframe.
Mean anything.
I gotta ram the pixels.
That's what she said. I don't know what to do to respond to that.
That's a
okay,
gigabit.
let me know what you find.
Let's see what I can dig up.
Dr. Whitlock is on her way here. Strawberry and Lee are upstairs if you want to say hello.
Okay, I will say, if this is an attack on the Haven, I'm gonna need to show the prince all of this information. Or at least, I should show the prince all of this information.
We should show the prince this information, and that way we are being clear, not hiding anything.
Okay. Understand, this looks like someone your child invited in. You know what that will mean.
They invite the people on their, I don't know how the machine works. Slack, was it? They invited people from that. So technically, I think it would be, would it just be a slap? Would it be a slap on the wrist, or would we just need them to close it? Or
that depends on who this is. If it's someone who simply got word of a public invitation, it will not go well, but it won't be too bad.
I mean, at no point did she mention anything related to being a kindred
that we know of. They knew to attack Melody. She's only been in this life a few years. Mistakes happen.
Also, can I get a key card for Dr. Whitlock, please?
He goes and he pulls out 3 key cards.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, I don't know what to do, honestly. I'm going to be completely honest right now.
You have a child unlike I've ever seen, Melody. If you do not care, we let things go as they are. If you worry about his safety, then if damning evidence comes, we can discuss necessary arrangements then.
Could we ask Gonzo if he recognizes this person?
At the current point, I will say you can ask.
That's fine.
And I would like to stay ignorant and investigate of my own accord. My relationship with the prince means I need to divulge information. I do not wish your child to endanger themselves by my presence being there while they are honest. I may be wrong, but you know I am rarely wrong, Melody.
I know, it saved my ass 4 times.
And you have helped me 1. I know, as he pulls out a little black book and waves it in his hand before tucking it back in. Hopefully this will be a situation where we don't need to turn a few pages.
I will take one of the pictures.
Yep. Probably like the
And,
clearest one, which already isn't super great, but
do you want to know at least? I know you don't want to know if they do know, but do you want to know if they don't?
yes.
Okay.
It will make my job much easier.
Wonderful. I will verify that information. I am sure the prince will want to see me in about an hour. That's usually when they want to see me. And hopefully everything will be fine. Everything's going to be wonderful. Today is going to be a wonderful day.
Yes. I hope it is, Melody. Maybe this is all a coincidence, but
I don't believe in coincidences.
they're telling me it isn't either. We will see. And he turns and begins to make his way to the sewer entrance.
She goes back upstairs and waits for Dr. Whitlock.
All right. Whitlock will arrive. Now, while all this is going on, Lee, are you going to wait and like get help to go find blood bags, or are you just like rushing off like, oh shit, I'm hungry, I need to figure this out?
Yeah, I've probably already texted. Was Eugene the real name and Steve was the fake work name? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So texting, I know Miss
So,
Eugene.
I need intelligence plus streetwise.
There are so many things.
And the
Streetwise.
difficulty for hunting is, I believe we said it's 5.
It's 5 if you're not in the domain.
Okay. Do I get a +1 because I'm dealing with my contact?
You get +1 and you get +2. It is in the domain because you get 2 extra dice for being in the domain. And then
Oh, so 3 extra total.
yes.
And then I'm sorry, what did you say the difficulty was? 5? What?
5.
9 successes.
9. Amazing. Then
that is a messy critical. You may want to avoid messy.
ooh.
What how do I avoid?
Um
And what constitutes a messy?
So if you got a critical, see the two lines next to the third dice on the bottom.
The ones with the like a little star on either side of the
hold on.
symbol.
I gotta turn my dark reader off because I don't see any of those.
You're fine.
Okay. So right.
So see the 3 red ones on the bottom.
Yes.
So the first one is a failure or a non-success, but not like a 1.
Bad, yeah.
The second one is a success, and the third one is a critical. But those are on your blood dice. So because you got another critical on the top,
because once you get 2 critical rolls, it counts.
That is considered messy.
So what would you have her do? Spend will and re-roll the dice that came up critical?
Avoiding
Then that could
messy.
potentially make me lose, right? Like if I re-roll on my criticals. Or I guess it's what's
you
a
would
success
go
in this
down
game? 8
3.
plus
You would go
or
down
only
3
10s?
successes. So,
I
but
don't actually. I have to look it up. Messy criticals.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you can avoid messy criticals, but
you can.
okay.
I know you can re-roll. I just don't know the rule specifically. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. So willpower can be used to re-roll any non-hunger die. So basically you would re-roll the hunger die that came up crit. And
Yeah,
that
and
will
you
effectively drop your successes by 3 because you're taking away the success it rolled and the crit bonus of 2.
which is still
Okay, so I'm still at a success. So I
Yeah.
just use the will success.
Yeah,
And
you
what is
spend a willpower, you re-roll. As long as it doesn't come up a 10, you're good. If it comes up a 6 to 9, you're going to get another success. So
1? So
okay. So what was your total successes originally? You said 8, right?
9, so it'd be
9.
6.
6. Yeah. 6 successes is great. All right. Since it's not a messy critical, that's good, because that would essentially have it become some masquerade stuff getting involved. But you get the contact. Your buddy Eugene's gonna essentially be like, yeah, you hardly ever want just one. Okay. They'll have... You have no cash, right?
I don't know.
If you
Should
don't
I
have
have
any
started
points
with
in
any?
if you don't have any points in the resources ability, you're broke.
Then no. Oh no, because I almost took resources, but I took contact instead.
All right. So he'll be like, yeah, I can get you like 3 more for $50.
3 for 50?
You want to try and talk that down?
I don't think I really can. Because what would be the ability for that?
Manipulation
probably?
plus persuasion.
Yeah, that gives me a whole whopping 2 dice. So probably not.
You'll just have to figure out a way to get $50.
I'll just be like,
Or betray your
yeah.
contact.
You're a
I
friend
like
with a
Eugene.
doctor.
You are friends with the
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah. I'm literally gonna be like, all right, when I saw you last time, I saw the back door, so I'll just come there in like an hour or whatever. Okay, bye.
All right.
And then I just yell, Melody!
This Melody's
not-
coming up, back up.
with Whitlock.
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
come up.
it can be with Whitlock.
I will hand a key card to Whitlock.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So how the key cards work, they're RF. There is no visible RF reader. There's RF readers on the exterior doors to the museum, but in the service elevator, there's no seen RF reader, but if you wave it across the buttons, it'll read. It's hidden behind the panel.
Nice.
Oh, hey. Y'all both look rich. Can I borrow $50? I definitely spent my last 10 on that sushi radio yesterday.
I unfortunately don't carry any cash with me, so
I'm
can't
reaching
help
into my
you there.
purse.
How much resources do you have?
I have 3.
All right.
Melody has 0.
Do you have any points
Mary-
in the finance skill?
Mary coming through with the mom energy in every game.
Like, I didn't know that this was a thing I should have put my points into to
it's-
be a bagger. So I'm just need a sugar mama.
I mean, when you're like just getting, essentially, we'll treat it kind of like a herd with your contact. Where like if you're getting like 1 bag in a week, probably not going to bug you.
Yeah,
But
like easy.
you already like got some, so he's like, come on, they're going to notice something's missing.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any points in the finance skill, Mary?
Me?
Yes.
No.
All right, so it's just going to be 3 dice. You only have a difficulty of 1 to see if you just got $50 on you, like in cash.
Okay, how do I roll that?
Just roll something that
Or
has
just
3 on it.
3d10.
Just roll 3. One of them's technically a hunger die, I guess. But oh no, this wouldn't even have to do with your hunger. So yeah, it's just 3d10.
I got a 3, a 6, and a 1.
Okay, you got a success. So yeah, you got $50. Because like also, it's not do you have $50 to your name? It's do you literally have $50 in physical cash
In your purse
these
currently.
days? Like
Yeah.
the guy kicking bags out of the morgue isn't going to be taking credit cards.
Well, also, so Melody is lying. She is broke as fuck. She has no money to her name. All of her money is from the prince.
Also, lots of vampires have no resources, especially if they're pretty fresh vampires, because you no longer eat. You no longer drink. I mean, Lee has been, but most vampires, you don't need to eat. You don't need the drink. You need somewhere to live. But like, if you're in a coterie, you'll have access to a haven, even if you're squatting somewhere.
And Melody's screwed if she gets kicked out of this place.
Oh yeah, that's why
Like,
I was like, yeah, you could take being a higher generation, this extra XP. It's all tied to this.
I give Lee a crisp 50 and be like, get what you need.
Thank you very much. Just stick it in my bra. I'm gonna deuce out.
Here. Hands one of the cards.
Cards. You'll recognize it as the same kind of
hell
card
yeah.
Don't lose it.
Harold used.
No, I don't have to break into the door anymore. Cool, thanks.
I'm sorry, you broke in?
You
How
didn't
did
give me
you-
a fucking key, and I was by
How did
myself.
how did you break in so I can fix it?
We need that
The
card.
elevator?
Yeah, I was in the elevator. Your back door, there's just a lock on it, you know. There's nothing fucking fancy there. It's just a lock and this keypad. And I broke the lock.
the weak
Well, I didn't
point.
break the lock. I picked the lock.
Looking really bad in front of the doctor.
Hate this place so much. Sometimes.
All right.
I mean, if you want to give me an extra 50, I do know a guy that I could get to come in and get our security tip-tap shape, or at least the locks. I've never been able to break one of his locks.
Hey, Eugene, remember when you apprenticed under a locksmith?
It's always Eugene.
That's what I
and
said.
he's
We can
not
have,
gonna
every time
stop.
you take new contacts, we're just going to make it Eugene with other false names.
It's always Eugene.
I kind of love Eugene.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Lee can head out with the 50.
Yep.
The other two, I don't know how much you've told the doctor on the elevator up. I assume you waited till you were in the haven.
Yeah, is Gonzo in their room still? Okay. So the in the living room, I will talk to Dr. Whitlock. So the place that was caught on fire was Gonzo's
It was a
Nikki's
haven.
blanking on words. Gonzo's haven. Gonzo seems unconcerned by it. But I do need to verify if someone who could potentially have been the one that started the fire, it was at the event that she started.
I mean, I'm not surprised after last night. But that is very dangerous for you, Melody. How attached are you?
I will not risk my own life or unlife, but I do like him, so I would hate. Mostly, nope, I'm not gonna say that out loud. Nikki is not going to say that out loud. I like Gonzo around. However, if the prince decides what the prince decides, that is the prince's wishes. I will try my best to protect if I can.
Right.
then go knock on Gonzo's door again.
Gonzo,
The
yet
door
again,
immediately opens.
immediately.
As if, like-
Gonzo's always in the exact same stance,
Yeah.
exact same distance from the door.
Yes, exactly.
You really need hobbies, Gonzo.
I have many hobbies.
You need to work on them more, maybe.
Holds up several hobbies in one hand.
I can hold
Would
them all at the same time.
Melody be okay with me going with, or did you
Uh,
want to do that by yourself?
No, it's fine, I guess. Gonzo, I just have a quick question for you.
Okay. I have a quick answer.
Does this man look familiar? And I'll hold up the image, purposely only showing the image and not where it came. There's nothing on here that shows where it came from, right?
I mean, there might be like some numbers at the bottom because it's from a traffic light, but not like that it came from Harold. No, it's screen.
Well, yeah, Does this person look familiar? Were they at your event yesterday?
Now, since the picture's pretty grainy and in bad focus, I'm going to need you to roll your intelligence plus investigation, but the difficulty is only 2.
Okay. That's 2, baby.
All right. Yeah. You'll recognize him.
Yeah.
That would be Willard. You fed on him last night.
Yes, that's Willard. I fed on him last night. Is that all?
Does he remember being fed on?
I don't know. Who can ever, who can never be sure? Who can ever really know what a human is thinking?
That is the worst answer.
How can I ever know what anyone is thinking besides myself unless I'm looking at their art?
You would
Show
know
me
if
your art
they
and I'll know what you're thinking.
You would know if they are aware when you are around them and you are eating from them. You will know if they are not dazed and confused afterwards and forgetful, and because you wiped their memory with a memory cloud.
I did not do that. I never do that.
Oh my god.
It's part of the allure of me. I like to think that this is part of my image, my artistic image.
Gonzo, I'm going to say one thing. You may die.
That's one. I'm sorry, go on.
You may die.
Yeah.
You may be killed.
Okay.
For this action.
I don't think it would just be for this one alone.
No, it wouldn't. It would be for a multitude of actions that you admitted openly.
I am an open book.
Sometimes I wish you weren't. There are certain things that are meant to keep secret. We've had discussion after discussion about the masquerade. This is purely a breach of that. That is a killable offense.
Nothing.
This is a breaking and entering, a breach. That you just walked in and out of that masquerade like boop boop boop. I mean,
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing against the masquerade.
You left a human with memories of being fed upon.
Yes, but he wasn't aware that I was a vampire. Excuse me, Kindred.
If he's aware that Kindred exists, then yes, he is.
Well, I've never told him, so it's not my fault.
Oh, I can't help you anymore. I can't help
I
you.
am squeaky clean, trust me. I have taken all the precautions.
I don't think you have.
Melody, trust me. I've taken all the precautions.
Now, Melody, I'm going to remind you of something. This is your sire, or this is your sired, this is your child, which means their actions reflect on you, as well as while they had their own haven at the time, they were still living in your haven. This is going to look almost as bad for you. Your relationship with the prince can help you if there isn't a primogen out for your throat at the exact same time.
Not if I go to the prince with the information first.
All right.
I don't know if I need to roll something to determine if Melody would save herself over her child. But I think self-preservation is Melody's number one concern.
All right.
I don't know why you're so worried.
Because if you mess up,
Yes, but I haven't.
you have.
I haven't.
Just because you do not believe that you haven't.
No,
or
no,
that you have.
no. See, I was just living my life that I've been living for the past 5 years. Anton Ego was the one who decided to come in and commit a crime in his own district. I have done nothing wrong.
What is your proof of this?
Oh, he came up to me yesterday. He offered me a job. I rejected him like the loser he is. Of course, this is in
So
revenge.
he offered you a job. Do you have no proof? Do you have
Oh, I have his
the
card. He gave it
accelerant?
to me.
That only shows that he talked to you yesterday.
Okay,
not
hold
that
on.
he did anything.
I'm immediately gonna make a call. I'm gonna call Anton.
So you're going to call the number on the card.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm gonna call the number on the card.
I'm gonna leave now. I don't feel like I need to be privy to any of this. Plausible deniability is a wonderful thing. And I'm going to leave.
I'm gonna get stress wrinkles, and I'm not even able to get wrinkles. I'm gonna get them though.
I am screen recording this call, by the way.
We're sorry. As you get this automated message, we're sorry. The Portland First United Methodist Church does not have office hours at this time. If you would like to leave a message, please press 1, and then continues into an automated service.
I press 1.
I push the hang up button on her phone.
Why would you do that?
Do not leave a voicemail at a church.
Why?
Because it's possibly a setup.
No one can set me up.
Hanging spit roasted over a fire. No one can set me up.
No one can set me up. I'm an open book. I'll do whatever and I'll leave whenever.
Ashton, why are you making this so difficult?
I've done nothing wrong.
Oh my goodness gracious. Do
Do
I
I
recognize that church?
Quickly pull up where it is.
also, do I have a way to contact like Anton?
No.
No.
He gave you a card with this number on it.
Okay. That's why I would like to leave a message.
Please do not leave a message.
As soon as you leave, I'm leaving a message. And this is in character. I will let you know this.
Oh my god. This thing is 1, 2, 3. It's like 6 blocks from the art museum.
Are they known for anything in particular?
I mean, they're a family church. Now, if you mean within things beyond what the public might know, we can give you an intelligence plus occult check or politics. Either would fit.
I'll do politics. That gives me at least 4 dice.
With a difficulty of 3.
I'm going to surge.
All right. So you get the extra dice and then you make the rouse check.
3 successes.
3 successes. There are some rumors.
And I do get hungrier.
There are some rumors that may be a not so much a headquarters, but a station for the Second Inquisition. At this point, it's rumors. If it was facts, it would be bad and war would have already started. But there's been some rumors that church may be tied to the Second Inquisition.
May I have that card, please?
Yes, sure. I just give the card over.
I take a. No, I'm going to fucking take a picture of it.
All it is a white card with the number on it.
I text Harold. It may have gotten worse.
Oh, yeah. Is that actually alright? No. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's a crit in that. Harold's gonna just be like, yeah, I saw what KM's phone just did. Destroy it
card.
and destroy this one. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Out of character?
What?
The phones?
Yes. Destroy these phones. Your child now has a phone that has called a church tied to the Second Inquisition. This is getting worse for you by the minute.
I burn the white paper. And I grab Gonzo, can you please destroy your phone?
Have you left Gonzo alone in their room yet?
No.
Oh, you've just been at the door?
I've just looked down at my phone to text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a couple
That's all I have done.
texts.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And I just throw it on the ground and I smash it.
Good.
No reservations.
Good.
I'm gonna go out now.
Do not eat off of anybody who knows. That will remember that you are a kindred.
Sure.
Gonzo, I'm being serious. Your mistakes are going to get me killed.
I've never made a mistake. And I'm gonna back out of the room.
Where are you going, Gonzo?
Rose Garden.
All right.
Rose Square.
Rose Square.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go to the burned back of the cafe. I'm just gonna stand around there for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go wait on the same street corner that I met Anton on.
So when you leave the cafe, because there's also a back entrance to the cafe. Do you go
Right.
in and out that entrance?
Yes.
There is.
I don't even
something-
think I go in. I think I just I'm looking.
There is something
in-
painted on the wall by the entrance.
Oh, okay. What is it?
The words, "Isn't it beautiful?"
Sure. That does not affect me whatsoever, and I keep walking.
quickly make a check for someone. Oh no. Okay. Alright, that's 3 rolls, 4 rolls. 6 or higher, correct?
Yes.
You
I
say
believe
5.
so.
Okay. I rolled a 5. Couldn't remember if it was 5 or 6. Okay. They are still not around, which means they won't see. I almost said Wednesday. They won't see Gonzo. You're gonna wait at the same corner.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like sit on a bench or on like a stoop and just kind of like start. I feel like I have like a little iPad that I'm like doing some art on with a stylus.
After a couple moments, again, you'll never hear him coming. This man is silent and fast when he wants to be. But there's almost like a slight puff of air as sitting next to you is Anton Ego. Not turning towards you, just looking forward. Hands kind of steepled at his lap. The neighborhood isn't as safe as it used to be.
No, you burned my studio down. Is it because I wouldn't accept your job? That's very rude of you.
Those are presumptions to make towards a primogen, boy.
Why would I make assumptions to a primogen when you're right in front of me and I know you did it?
I'm actually gonna make a roll for him because you might have just pissed him off. Okay. Yeah, he's keeping his fucking cool. Only one of those dice wasn't a success.
Damn.
He'll just. Primogen is my title, boy. I did no such thing.
No, but you hired other people to do it.
There are things more valuable than money, boy. I told you that last night if you would listen.
Oh, no, I'm very aware. You said status.
He begins
Does
to
this
stand.
give you status?
I already have status, boy.
Good for you. I'm glad.
I gave
I'm
you
glad
an
that you're happy.
opportunity, and it seems as if it was fortuitous, given how close you came to disaster last night. Do not worry. I will definitely be looking into what happened to your little hovel.
It's okay. You don't have to.
No, we very much do. There's rumors of the Second Inquisition, after all. And he begins to walk away.
You mean at the church?
That is where people of God reside, boy.
Okay, have a great day. I recorded the whole thing on my iPad.
Good. He said nothing that
Oh,
would
I
get
know.
him in trouble.
I'm very aware.
You do have a recording of you being very rude to a primogen.
That's fine with
Not
me.
going to go over well, but you
I'm
also
not.
didn't technically break any rules.
Nope.
He,
No, I did
He
not.
skirted it by saying primogen in public, but it's not talking about feeding or what you are. But yeah.
Well, I'm going to go look for a new space.
And as you do that, you all will not see this, but the audience will. As Anton turns the corner, and there is a disheveled man, very lanky, with a beard and moppy hair. Did she like it? She was very impressed with your work. And then he continues walking. And that is where we end tonight's chapter.
That poor man's really trying to get her under my skin, and it's not going to work.
We're going to get yourself killed. You're going to
No,
get
I'm
me
not.
killed.
No,
Stop
no,
it.
no. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, everybody,
I've
for
done
coming and
nothing
hanging
wrong.
out. Yeah, that'll be your catchphrase. It'll be on your tombstone.
Melody's
But guess
gonna
what?
stab a
But
bitch.
guess what? I haven't.
No, you committed the most cardinal sin of a vampire. You have been naive.
No, I haven't. I'm extremely aware of everything that's going on
But
around me.
with that, I
Johnson seems like the smartest out of all of us. Like playing dumb, but knows what the fuck is going on, and that's the key.
Johnson was extremely perceptive.
But
Mm-hmm.
with that, for everybody who's still watching this Friday, Taylor is finishing our Cyberpunk game, and the following Friday, Weird Web's final season returns. Next week, we will be
Yay.
back with chapters 7 and 8.